before you start this?
Yeah, I'll record it so that in case people are missing out due to their customer meetings, they can go through it. Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, fine. First of all, thanks, Sajid, for taking a proactive step for creating awareness around this new offering. Okay, so really appreciate. The thing is like, every year Oracle launches something, some new offering comes in. So I just recall like sometimes it was ORC, sometimes it was OTA or OPA or Oracle Policy Automation or Oracle Digital Assistant or Oracle Recruitment Cloud or OLC. Like last 3-4 years, I have always seen like there is something new to sell, okay, to our install based customers. We have 100 plus install based customers, and every time we have something new to sell. So this time, this is something new. So purpose of this session is to create awareness, like there's something like this, which is pretty strong, and just understand what it is all about. And so that you can go back to your install based customers and see like how we can initiate expansion initiatives next financial year. Obviously, we can pitch it to net new customers, and everywhere we can go and pitch for this. But I think it's a great proposition. This is a new add-on. You should all be aware of this. So Satyajit, is back to you for in terms of creating awareness about this new offering.
Thank you, Shailesh. And I just saw a couple of hours back you're posting on employee experience on LinkedIn, and that's where the content and experience can help greatly for improving the employee experience for our customers, as well as differentiate against our competition. The good part is the competition doesn't have this solution. So we have these unique capabilities which we can leverage to differentiate against competition and at much lower cost to start with, so that you don't have to feel that that's an expensive component in your bill of material and hence have to remove that. So let's look at these capabilities. Oracle Content and Experience Next Gen Intelligent Content Platform. You already have relationship with the CHROs and CIOs. CIOs also would like to have such kind of platform for organization-wide content management solution. So this is a brief agenda. I'm taking you through briefly what is OCE, Oracle Content Experience Management Solution, and then showcase the solution also, so that when you see the product, you will start loving that product and would like to talk to your customers about this solution. And few HCM back office use cases. There are a lot of capabilities which we can leverage to pitch it into a CHRO or CIO's office. And then briefly cover pricing. Only 2-3 SKUs are there, so it's not difficult to understand. And towards the end, I will take the question answers, because the time constraint, I will unfortunately, I will not make it interactive. Sorry for that, but let's finish that 45 minutes part in presentation, demo, as well as use cases, and then question answers. I'll open the forum for. So what is content? Content is a message a company sends, presents to their employees, customers, partners, and recruiters, and it can exist in the form of images, videos, documents, audio files, emails, articles, blog posts, and web pages. And this content is distributed to many places. So those channels could be your websites, your emails, mobile apps. So one of our customer has mobile apps where the content is delivered from OCE. Then we also leverage digital assistant. So one of our customer like Bajaj Electricals has digital assistant on their website, and that is accessing the content from the OCE, this particular tool, to present that carousel kind of cards to showcase the various product features and capabilities. Right? And the experience is how you leverage this content and deliver it to right audience, a relevant audience, through various channels to improve the audience engagement and content consumption. But as you know that every organization has this problem. The content is scattered in various devices and systems, and that's where the problem starts. We must have seen Oradox. So Oradox is one of the component, a small component of this OCE solution, where we are always talking about where can I find the content, who can approve this content, what are the approval authorities for this content, what is the latest version of this content, what is the right content for a particular blog or article I have. So that's where Oracle Content and Experience Solution helps you to identify. right? So it's a multi-channel intelligent platform. So if you look at the middle of this particular slide, we are talking about universal asset hub, and this solution is built from a scratch to be completely cloud native on gen 2 cloud infrastructure for dynamic scalability performance as a universal asset hub to store assets across the enterprise, leveraging the data security, disaster recovery capabilities, high availability capabilities of gen 2 cloud, and also has integrations with many of our platform and applications, pre-built integrations, right? So OC not only stores the asset, but also provides you to easy to understand, easy to use tools for contributors. Contributors could be your employees, HR people, recruiters, or learning and development people, right? So they can create a content. That content, not only they can create, but they can also ingest that content from various sources. So we have pre-built connectors with Google Drive, Dropbox, and various other platforms, right, where you can bring that content into this content repository. Those content could be images, docs, videos, blogs, and collaborate on that content by annotating that content, by flagging of that content, go through the approval process before that content is released. So the approval is very much required in every organization, because many a times people make a mistake in capturing those images or making those blogs in terms of wordings, and that can create compliance issues, or it can create a perception issues about that particular picture or blog. You must have seen some similar examples in the market which has happened, right? And so that's where workflow is a very critical part. So whatever content is created has to go through the approval, either management hierarchy, legal, or compliance approval, right? And that once that content is approved into the system, you can start leveraging and presenting that content to the audience. So right hand side is all talking about presentation of that content to different channels, right? So again, when this content is ingested into this particular solution, you can leverage these AI ML capabilities to smart tag this content, to classify that content, smart classify that content. So you don't have to really worry about tagging that content each and every time. You can, every content gets smart tagged, as well as you can have your own tags. So just to give an example, let's say if you ingest some of these new hires document, now you can either leverage smart tagging capabilities to understand whether it's a certificate or it could be some kind of a form. And you can also have a manual tag saying that this is for employee ID so and so, or employee number so and so. So now with that capabilities, you can easily discover that content into this application with those tags, keywords, and it also does auto recommendation from a search perspective. So if you are finding a trying to find a content with certain keywords, it will recommend you whether are you looking for a similar keywords to identify more images or more content from this source, right? And then we can also have taxonomy driven recommendations where you can define profile. You can leverage the profile of the people, their attributes, to showcase show them a right content. So you can define those simple rules here. So you can say that this same content can be seen by different people, let's say by LOBs or by countries, based on the language or based on the career level or based on the LOBs. Those images could be different for those different people. The content remains same, right here. So that's where the content personalization will help here. So on the right hand side, you can deliver it to any channel. So we have, as I mentioned, that it could be ODA, it could be sites, or it could be app, mobile app. Now we have extensive site builder web designer capabilities and very easy to use. So you can just drag and drop, leverage those WYSIWYG editor capabilities of the tool. So even HR professionals can leverage those pre-built templates to create those microsites or landing pages for their employees. So you can see that our own website, my.oracle.com is completely built on OCE platform. And you can, when you look at that URL, you will see that OCE CDN mentioned over there. CDN is content delivery network like Akamai. So to ensure that it delivered in a faster way to the audience, they can access it quickly, that content. And when we talk about employee experience, this during pandemic time, this was one thing which helped us a lot, all of us, because at the end of the day, this my.oracle.com could give us a lot of information about COVID and various other aspects. We could do a lot of remote transactions from this particular website, right? And And that's where I was talking about experience which we can enhance for employees across various organizations. It also comes with the enterprise integrations, right? And those enterprise like OI is pre-integrated, or OPA, we call it as now, Intelligent Advisor. It's pre-integrated. So you can have those policy related eligibility related calculations or EMI calculations in case the company is offering EMIs to their employees or loans to their employees. They can do that calculations in the applications. Or benefits, it could be benefits, leave benefits, or educational benefits where they want to apply for a higher education course, whether they are eligible for that course. So all that can be integrated into these microsites within OI. And then you have the integration cloud service with identity management service also available as a part of this solution, right? Now, briefly, we'll cover each of those aspects. So you can see on the right-hand side, those small video clips are there to quickly look at what those capabilities. So as I mentioned, that you can add content from various sources. We have pre-built connectors are available. Structure that content with the smart tagging capabilities, leveraging AI/ML capabilities. You can recognize those videos, images, and text in those content. It could be a blog, right? So you can identify what this blog is related to, and system will tag those assets, or you can manually tag those assets. Smart classification allows you to suggest categories for that content based on these AI/ML capabilities. So whether that content is HR related, so just simple example, or it could be recruitment related content, right? And smart search allows you to identify based on the keywords the various content which is available. Because as the organization start leveraging this, you'll have thousands and thousands assets, digital assets will be part of this content. So it's important how we can leverage the AML capabilities, the recommendation capabilities to identify what is the right content. It also helps you to do a visual search and category based filters search to find the content easily. Now we also have some capabilities about wizard-like capabilities where you can do a smart authoring, where if you're writing a blog, you can identify what content is relevant to this blog. So that's smart authoring part. So it will suggest you the content, and this is a challenge many organizations face whenever they are writing some blog or article or even announcement. So they want to make an announcement, let's say a women leadership program, right? So, and that's where they want to identify what is the right content which will match to this particular article or blog. So that's where system can suggest those images and videos related to that. Then we have a collaborative tools available, as I mentioned, annotation, conversation. So many of you will be familiar with the OSN, like a previous version of Slack. I would say that internal our own OSN tool. So it's a similar tool is available as a part of this solution itself, where you can have that conversation around that content, annotate that content, flag it off to the team members, and then go through the approval process, right? So editors are available for that content. You can open up image which is uploaded, you can trim that image and make those necessary changes and send it for approval, right? And the approvals can also be simple approvals or complex approval you can build using ICS capabilities. And then we have multi-channel publishing capabilities. The same content can be published to different channels based on specific security and policies we have for showcasing or presenting that content. Again, coming back to those connectors, we have out-of-the-box connectors available for Google Drive, YouTube, Unsplash, and various other Dropbox or other devices, repositories, cloud repositories. Contribution, you can create, the system allows you to create simple forms, right? So where you can capture the information. So for example, if you are making a new hire announcement and you want to have a structured form in the system, so that, and with the required field into that form, or it could be let's say if a new hire is submitting certain forms, that forms can translate into a content form here with the required information, mandatory information to be filled up in a very structured way, and what images or what documents needs to be submitted as a part of that form, right? So that, and then that content which is created goes through the approval process, right? Approval process, so that the HR, let's say HR business partner approves that, and then it is available for people to search that information, either the managers of that person or the other HR people, right, or recruitment people. So that streamline content creation with a step-by-step wizard for blog post is another feature which we have recently launched in the latest release. And then we have those extensible translation tools are available. We have a connector with a Lingotech, and this is where you can pitch it as a multinational solution. And this and with all these HR customers, so we have many of them have those multi-country offices, multi-country requirements, and that's where the same content can be presented into a different language for different countries, right? And that's where we can talk about one single repository presented to different people in a personalized way, I would say. You can also bridge those physical and digital content here, the gap between physical and digital, by capturing that content. So we are having those capabilities launched, like optical character recognition. Similar capabilities going to be launched, and some of them are already launched in the latest release, which will capture that or scan that scanned image of the document, and based on this text recognition, it will tag that particular content. So for example, it could be a certificate, or it could be a expense receipt bill, right? All that can be scanned images can be added into these folders. It will identify and smart tag that particular document. Now this is another great feature which we further enhance over the period of time, right? And as you already know, Oradox capabilities, where you can create folders and documents and share the links with the customers to get that presentation or video which you want to share with the customer, downloaded by the customer, or you can just have view access to those customers for that content, right? And the best part of this tool now is we acquired a company called Source Video a year back, and now we are leveraging that for creating videos. And we can also, of course, every customer may not have those requirement, but this is going to be a great addition, because there is a 75% increase in video streaming traffic in last 1 year during this pandemic, and everybody is interested in video content, because during this when there is no physical classes happening or no physical interaction happening, videos are a great source of information for many of us. And 80% of all internet traffic is basically made of online video consumption today, right? And 92% of internet users watch some form of videos online each month, right? So this stats gives the importance of video content in an experience strategy, which is an integral part of experience strategy. And that's where we have those capabilities of not only adding those videos and smart tagging those videos, collaborating on those videos by commenting on those videos through conversation tool, and then trimming and cropping and editing those videos, taking them through the approval process, and then publishing to the various channels, streaming those videos to the various channels. And this is what happens typically. Let's say if you're running some event in the organization now, because of the work from home situation right now. Now, let's say if you have this Women's Day event, and all the women in your department or LOB wants to share their thought process, and they can quickly record that video. You can collect those videos, stream those videos, join those videos, and quickly send out that communication to the organization, which was not feasible earlier without such kind of a tool. So, right, and this is what is going to improve the experience for the organization. So just I'll go back to the previous slide. This is where you can crowdsource videos for authentic storytelling using this source video capabilities what we have added. And this source video is also available for you to download on your mobile devices, so you can capture those videos and share those videos, and then collaborate on that videos with people in your group, and then publish those videos, right? And the advantage of this kind of a tool is you're not allowing the audience to go to YouTube links, right? The moment you are allowing that, the people won't come back to your microsites, right? Because they move to YouTube, they watch that video, and you don't have that capability to track how much that video has been consumed in terms of consumption of that video. So this is where you can have your own authentic videos, copyright videos. You can brand them. You can add those logos on those videos. You can watermark those videos to ensure the on-brand messaging, right? And then publish those videos, right? So you don't have to worry about the copyright, because it is all created, those videos, by your own employees collaborating with each other. And then, as I mentioned, that there is a content personalization capabilities where you can uh, align or define the rules, simple rules, where you can say that people from so and so countries can see so and so content, right? So that's where you can define those simple rules and align that content and make it engaging, targeted content for those people. You can preview that content by persona while designing that content before it is published, right? And this is something which could be useful for HR community, because they don't want everything to be seen by everyone, right? So they want to make sure that the certain audience can see certain content, right? And they don't have to create hundreds of microsites by creating that personalization. So one microsite, you can show different content for different set of people. So these microsites, again, great capabilities for HR community, very easy. As you can see on the right hand side video, drag and drop capabilities with the templates and assets. You can just drag and drop those assets. You can even have YouTube links provided in that microsites. You can have your own videos embedded into these microsites. You have those conversational capabilities also added into the microsite. So and then you can also bring the existing sites HTML pages, edit those and republish that information there. And then you have those governance capabilities where this content which is presented in the microsite or microsite before it gets released can go through that collaboration process. People can converse on that microsite and then go through the approval process before it gets published. And then IT department can manage, take control of those various microsites and from centralized location, while empowering the HR business users to publish those new sites with the minimal IT assistance required. And they can either expire those sites or open up those sites depending on the requirement. Then we have a simplified app integration. The platform is completely extensible, with the API capabilities. It can integrate to any application, and that's one of the biggest advantage we have. It's because it's built on a next generation platform. It allows you to integrate with any application. So on the CX front, we have something like that, where you can just pick up those assets from the platform itself by accessing that content experience and add it to those respective applications. So just to give an example, that let's say if somebody is creating FAQs for HR help desk, right? And they want to leverage the assets which are created, approved. Those assets could be policy documents, could be videos for specific process, or it could be certain kind of manuals, product manuals. And when you pick up that asset using asset picker from the content experience solution, you can directly add that into a particular FAQ. Let's say employee wants to understand what is the procurement process for a new laptop, right? And so he types in HR help desk. He gets to see that particular FAQ. Once he opens that, he can see the video related how to leverage the procurement or maybe expense application to submit those expenses. And that gives a great experience for these employees especially in the current world, when you don't have much assistance in the office, right? So everybody's remotely working, so you need to have a lot of this content available in structured form, either in the video form or step-by-step process form to complete those processes. We can also have a streamlined content creation capability. So whatever the forms you have available, let's say HR forms, induction forms, those forms are available either in a PDF or Word format. You can convert them into content templates, and you can mention that I want to make this field mandatory, I want to make this field not so mandatory. All that you can do, capture that content, entire content online, either allow that user or new hire to fill that information directly by giving access to that template, or HR people can complete that information in the system, take it through the approval process, make sure that the content is validated, and then publish it, so that next time when you are finding any information about that employee, you can easily search that by employee ID or employee name and leverage that information, right? And then we also have a content planning and publishing capabilities now, where you can say that I have created
Yes,
this.
Satyajit, just sorry to interrupt you. Actually,
Sorry,
I'll
sorry.
be dropping off. It's a great session actually. So just wanted to understand from you, like where are the SCs for this? Like how many SCs you have for this offering?
I can do that. I'm building the capabilities in the team around this application, and I can start showcasing the demos of this application. So I'm
Perfect.
going to briefly showcase the application also. And because it's a new application, I don't want to invest right now immediately. But as I see the demand, we will have more and more capabilities. And this is like starting from some 6, 7, 8K after discount. So let's leverage the digital or interactive SE capabilities here, rather than investing those people from field who are would be working on larger opportunities, right? And that's the idea that I'm taking this initiative to run it from interactive digital
So
team.
we have a ready demo for this. Do we have instance access, and do we have some 4 or 5 configured scenarios for HR, for HCM? Do we have that?
Not really, but we'll work on that as we progress, and as we see more opportunities, we will create such kind of a content. I'll show you now in a minute or so a platform, and you can see the impressive platform here, easy to use platform. So we will definitely work on such requirements as we progress, Shailesh.
Okay,
Do you
perfect.
think that this is impressive?
Yeah, I think we
Or,
will collect the feedback. Definitely, it is a good offering. It's a strong offering. So, the first cut feedback is
okay,
this.
great.
And obviously, we will hear the feedbacks from each one of them.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, and leverage your CIO relationship, SHRO relationship to pitch it. I'm sure once they see the platform, they would love this platform and try to. So many times, what happens is certain content applications repositories are available in the organization, but they are only given access to certain people. So the kind of TCO this tool has, even HR can have their own content repository, and because of their concern about access to HR content to anybody else, like what we did in the helpdesk side. So though we had the service application, we built HR helpdesk because it was specifically addressing to the HR related issues in the organization. Similarly, you can have content being pitched to the HR people, right? So we have this Omdia research company which has rated us a leader in this quadrant, and talking about DAM, document management capabilities, headless APIs, AIML capabilities, glass to glass video capabilities. When I say glass to glass, it is like capturing that video from a camera glass and then consumption and delivering to a consumption glass. It could be a desktop, or it could be a mobile devices, right? So that's the glass to glass capabilities we are talking about. Similarly, Gartner the last the web content management platform rated us as a leader. As you see, both these reports, none of the HCM competitor is here, and that's where we can make it as a differentiator in all our deals. And since it is not a very expensive, you can easily add that as a attach it in your bill of material for net new deals, and of course we can definitely upsell it to the install base. Right. So let's look at a brief demo, and I'm sure you would love this application after seeing that. So I'm first showcasing the video plus capabilities. So this is a app.source.video, where you can create simple videos or collaborate on videos. So just to take an example, I uploaded one of those videos created by Anuj, and then added a label into that, right? So this video, you can easily edit that video, and so when you edit this video,
Satyajit, are you sure this is the only video sample that you have?
I have, but just to create a fun element because all of you know
Okay,
this
okay.
video, and then many other videos are available. Of course, we can have those HCM specific videos, and then you can see that here I can do a watermark with specific logos on this when those videos are created. I can add 2-3 videos together within this plus button, right? So here I can pick up the logo, specific logo, let's say Oracle logo I pick up here, right, and add it. How many times this? And then I can position this video where I want to. So this will make us this video authentic, and you don't have to worry about copyright because this is all internal videos which will be collaborating and leveraging this. So I'm just discarding it right now here, and then as you start editing these videos, you can add more videos into that. So another video I can show you here is let's see if I have this HCM video uploaded here. I hope you am audible, team, because I reduced the volume of desktop.
Yeah, you are audible, Satyajit.
Okay, great. And so here I can edit this video and do a branding. I can trim this video. If I have 2-3 videos added together, I can join those videos, right? And then I can also add text into these videos, right? I can say, I can title this video saying what is a movie title or a video title, let's say Oracle HCM team, right? And publish this video. Right, and save this. So this is how you can make those changes, stream those videos, connect those videos. You can even add music to this video. So let's see if I discard here, I can add a background music to those videos. So, and this is where a lot of HR people struggle because they don't have access to this. And generally, the video creation is always considered as a costly process. Even in our organization, let's say if you want to create your team video, you will find it difficult because you will say, oh my god, we have to go to the video agency and they will create it for us. Lengthy process, we have to take approval, very costly. So you will not create such kind of content. But looking at the stats today, video is an important integral part of the experience, and hence we should be helping our customers to allow this to create those videos easily without much cost, and create that great experience for their employees, right? So this is one capabilities. You can upload this video directly into a content and experience solution from here itself, right? And going back to now content experience. Now this is a content experience solution with the new UI, right? And on the left hand side, those modules are there. So you generally use the document management system, right? Here I need to log in again because probably because I was there for a long time. Give me a minute. I'll just re-log in into the application because it was open for a long time. So right. So here you can see on the left hand side the key capabilities of this application, content experience application. Document management system, you already know, we are already using Oradocs. So the other good part of the Oradocs is you can edit the content from here itself, preview that content. You can add tags into that. I don't know whether we have those access available in our Oradocs for all of us. You can tag this content, and you can share a link. This is of course is available. You can, when you are sharing a link with publicly or a specific person, you can also provide access code which person can use to access that content, right? So here you can have link options, expiry date, and so this is critical for all of us to know, to share that heavy content to your customers, right? And then you can also leverage the conversation capabilities of that content to okay, yeah. So here you can converse around that content, that this is and you can flag off that content. You can like or dislike and flag off that content. You can add documents directly from conversation here into a particular folder, right? So that's Oradocs capabilities, which may not have every access to every of these features, but I can you can see that this has a lot of capabilities to manage structured way of content now. Now this content, sorry, the docs or digital assets which are added here can be published into assets, or you can add assets directly here. So I can say that I want to add something from my computer quickly and edit that information. So let's say I have this HCM Teams image, right, which I want to add here. Right, so here I can do a smart tagging capabilities. I can leverage, I can say which channel this content should be available, website, ODA. You can categorize that particular content, you can tag it, you can have smart tagging capabilities. So you can see that system as I save this, and it will start processing and adding those tags into this application. But I can say that India HCM team, right? So here I will have my own tag so that I can search it next time very easily. And then of course the smart tags are also available. So some of the content which I have added yesterday, like this Red Bull car, right? So you can see this HCM team image here, right? And then sorry, so going back to the assets, you can edit this image from here itself, okay, and open this, edit this. And edit. So I can crop it. I know that this is, I think this portion is most important. So I can just crop it. I can rotate it, watermark that image. Right, I can write something for HCM team. Save that. I can have a conversation around that. I can make those various changes, right? And then I have annotation. So maybe I can say that this portion, looks. We can enhance the light on this portion, or those kind of conversation we can have, annotation we can have, and store that in nice pic. Okay, something like that. Flag it off that content. You can go through the approval process also once you finalize this content, right? And so if you look at this particular content, I can go into the tags and collection. Now I had added my own tags, but system also added their smart tags. So this is where I was talking about the AML capabilities, where system will automatically add those tags based on the recognition of that image, visual recognition of that image. And then you can also do a search of that content through various search capabilities. So you have those content. This is the repositories. The repositories could be by LOBs, and then you have further categories to categorize that content by subcategories. So you can filter that information through these various categories, subcategories, repositories, asset types, whether it's a video assets or docs or PDF files. So you can leverage all that categorization to quickly search an asset. And this is where people find it. As I mentioned, that 33% of the assets are recreated because people don't find those assets in the system, or they don't share that into a single repository. And this could be a great pitch for your HCM or HR users, because they have the similar challenge. People come and go in the organization, and they don't find those assets which were created by somebody else. They have to recreate this, and that's a substantial loss of productivity. Already there are very few HR business partners in every organization to cater to 100 200 people, and on top of that they have to go through this painful process of recreating those assets, and that's where this kind of tools will greatly help them, right? So and then site capabilities, I was talking about those site capabilities again have a template. So if I let's say if I so site it could be internet site, could be blogs, could be. So when I was in assets, so going back to the assets, sorry, I forgot to showcase one capabilities which was related to the creating content. So the smart form capabilities or form, you can build those smart. So let's see if I'm announcing a new hire introduction, right? So I can pick up the name of that person, description. So if it is related to blog, the semantic analysis will help me to identify what images can go in the blog. So you can have these different content types for different purposes in the organization. So if it is bio related information, I can add those Facebook links, LinkedIn, Twitter links, take that through a approval process, have conversation around that, and then publish it as an asset. So you can see there are some stories which are published here. You can preview that information, blogs which are published here, and then this information can be seen in the sites to add it into microsites. Right? So these are various microsites. It could be external microsite, internal microsite. So if I let's say open one of these microsites, and I'll show you the drag and drop capabilities, how we can leverage those templates in the microsites. And you will see also a lot of other capabilities around analytics, where you can see the reports on how much is a content contribution, content consumption by departments. You can also leverage some of the other applications to track the viewability of content. So here, when I edit this particular content, let's pick up some existing sample here. So there are already templates available. We can build our own templates. You can have those existing pre-built templates available. So let's say if I want to look at the specific page, let's say home page. So you can see the structure here, previous pages, and then I can quickly add, let's say, a section there. A section could be 2 column, 3 column, tabs, right, or buttons. So when I add those 3 columns, and now I want to add a particular asset there, right? Or I can just drag and drop a particular asset which I've just published, right? Which could be a blog, or I can also add some components here. Let's say YouTube video or a video, right? So when I drag and drop video, it helps me to identify which video I want to add there, right? And then I go into setting and sorry, I wrongly added somewhere else into a specific area. Go to video settings and make those changes and add that video information. Select that video from the assets which I have either in the form of a document or a docs, like kind of a document management system, as well as the digital assets. So you can just pick up that video and add it into the website or microsites, right? So let's say it's a women's related content, and you all the females created a nice content about their thoughts on Women's Day, or various, not just women but male also can provide their comments on that, or can provide their update on that, and they can collate that video and create that, and now that woman leadership or Women's Day particular microsites you can upload that video here, right? So you can create a nice experience, and this is where HR people cannot do that, because they feel that, oh, this is all technical job, I cannot do this, and I need to go to IT will say I don't have bandwidth to do this. With all that, you are not able to create that experience for employees for a specific event. It could be Diwali event, or it could be any other event where you want to announce specific activities on that. It could be projects, social project. Let's say during COVID, a lot of people were involved into volunteering for various projects, and they want to create those videos and announce the completion of that project with a nice outcome of that project, right? So these are the capabilities which are available. You can also when you are creating those microsite, you can check how it will look for different devices. So we have those rendering capabilities for different devices, and you can preview that particular microsite before committing that microsite and publishing that microsites to the various channels, right? So this is content capabilities, microsite capabilities what we have. And then the developers can create their own content templates. So this can be IT department job, where they can pre-build those contents for HR people to leverage that. The analytics part is there. Then we can have the integrations, right? The integrations, out of box integrations are available. Out of the box content connectors are available with the Dropbox, Google Drive, Microsoft OneDrive, right? So you can see that lots of capabilities are available which can add a great value for HR or CIO, and substantially provide a value proposition, a differentiator for us to differentiate us from a competition, because our competition doesn't have this solution. Right? So that's a brief demo. Coming back to some of these HR use cases, and I have thought on various use cases, and you can, of course, based on your experience with because of your regular interaction with the customer, you can pitch this solution for different use cases. So the important is creating or uploading the content, existing content, taking that through the approval process, legal compliance approval process. It could be videos, recruitment campaign related content before it is sent out through recruitment solution. Is it approved by the compliance or legal, right? Because this is external facing content, and we have to be very careful what content is being presented on the recruitment site, right? So you can have Oracle policy automation, intelligent advisor for eligibility related calculations, eligibility related process, and calculations for EMIs, bonus. So you can build all that capabilities with those drag and drop. So even OI is a part of that site components, where you can just drag it and create a OI or OPA questionnaire there. Right? Integrate with the VBCS to capture the data, right? And source video, as I mentioned, that it will help you to create those videos. Content, you can create content for internal applications, help-based learning, recruitment applications, design and build internet portals for HR, external portals like alumni portal, contingent worker portal, CSR portal, microsites for various events, like we are talking about diversity and inclusion events, volunteering for various social projects, blogs, and this can be presented across multiple channels. So we have this mobile app also. You can download that app on Oracle Content, where you can share assets and download assets from that. Digital assistant present that content, carousel card kind of forms, which will greatly improve the experience for employees. And on top of that, it is entirely secure, scalable, and on Gen2 Cloud in India data center, which is very important for our BFSI, telco, and public sector customers. So look at some of these use cases in a pictorial form, how the content experience can help each of those areas, right? So you have a lot of policy documents, certificates, information, offer letter, contracts, COVID-related information, which you want to present through core HR application or digital assistant. Recruitment, where you have recruitment videos and campaign-related information, content, the employee stories, which you want to post it on a recruitment portal, what they experience or what they have experienced in this organization. Those experience can be presented in the form of stories, employee stories. Then you have work life, where you can have those volunteering projects. So you have created nice videos and presentation around that project, so that more and more people sign up for that project. My benefits was where you can leverage the OPA capabilities. Learning tool. Now many of these companies are quickly adopting to some or other form for digital learning because of the COVID situation. And this is in case they have they don't have those budgets. So of course, we don't have to cannibalize the revenue of Oracle Learning Cloud. But in the backend also, all those videos which are getting created because of the urgency, and those videos needs to go through the approval process, editing process, streaming process before it is uploaded on Oracle Learning Cloud, right? So that process can be completed in the content experience solution. Help desk, I already mentioned about all those FAQs, videos, manuals, process related, the structured content can be going through the HR help desk process, right? And then you have those various internal sites like compliance and ethics program, human resource portal like policies, handbooks. Everywhere there is a content, and that content has to be stored somewhere so that it is easy to find, goes through the approval process, through legal compliance before it gets published on various internal or external portals. So you have this nice story hub. I hope you are aware of the story hub portal, which is built on OCE, where you can find the customer success stories, let's say HCM stories for a specific industry. You can find on story hub. Like I did a quick search there and I found senior solution Oracle stay travel, stays success stories there. International Women's Day related content can be presented. Your success shares your stories on changing lives. Then we have donation sites, giving sites, where you have those various social projects are presented and where people can start donating for those social projects or initiatives. Travel related portals. So these are various intranet. So similarly, extranet, many companies have this requirement for alumni portals, contingent worker resources, where they can access their code of conduct and various processes from that portal, which is external facing portal. Or your recruitment agencies, they can you can create a microsite, they can access that microsite, upload the CVs or various contracting documents, right? And then diversity and inclusion related portal, you have CSR portal, blogs, right? So that's various use cases you can see, you can address through this OC tool. We have this DHL website, you can see how their end user feedback is great about the experience they're achieving with the help of OC for employee engagement. Right? So I will share some of this, I will share the slides also, the slide deck also with you, apart from the recording, so that you can go through this recording in detail later on. Our own oracle.com, so you have those internal, external, omni-channel websites. The amount of information getting processed on oracle.com, right? You can see, imagine how scalable is the solution. So much of downloads happening, so much of access. Java.com is built on OCE, right? Developer.oracle.com is built on OCE. You have the story hubs built on OCE. And then pricing is very simple. So you have the number of assets pricing starts with $600 for 5,000 assets per month, right? And then video capabilities, $300 for 250 video assets per month. So $900, and then a couple of additional components are there, around $1,000 per month. So 12K is a minimum price we can start with. Of course, depending on discount, you can attach it to your current bill of material or upsell it to your existing customers. Various customer success stories, and you can see the uptake of OCE, dramatic rise in last 2-3 quarters after it was launched, along with the video plus capabilities of source video. And now I open the forum for question answers. I'm really sorry I didn't give that opportunity to ask this question. Just wanted to finish the whole deck first and demonstration. So please go ahead. I hope you are there, all of you.
Yeah, Satya, Anuj this side. I think overall it's been a great session.
Thank
And,
you.
I'm sure we as a team will utilize this to see that, how we can make use of this for expanding at our customers base, and also to see if we can open new opportunities. So if we have any question we can ask, or
Satya, yes, Shrikant here. Satyajit, I just want you to
Yeah,
check.
go ahead.
I just wanted you to check a couple of things for us. Say Skillsoft is one of the key competing skill development tool, okay, the content
Yeah.
development tool,
Yes.
right? By any chance, I want you to just check, is that in the same marketplace? Because Oracle Learning does a lot of things, but content development, content creation, do you think is this falls under same area, or this is more towards a marketing content development Eloqua integrated marketing experience tool?
No, so frankly speaking, if you look at marketing pitch for this particular tool, there are already, organization work with the agencies to build that content. So many of them may not find it. And they would already have some or other tool for content management. While the HR community doesn't have it because of the complexity, the cost associated with that, and that's where this can be a very good pitch with a low TCO for HR community, very easy to use solution. From a Skillsoft perspective, this is not a direct competition of Skillsoft. So because it offers much more capabilities beyond the training content here. So I'm just trying to leverage training as one of the use cases. So if the customer doesn't have something which can quickly help them to address that, and Skillsoft can be a very specialized solution for that learning and development department, while this can be used by HR department across various functions, not just learning and development. So the pitch could be much broader and could be enterprise wide also.
Correct, but I'm just looking at entry spaces.
Yeah. So
because that is very important.
Yeah. So if the requirement is MP4 videos, those kind of content, this is definitely a great solution. But if they are looking at conversion to SCORM content and all that, then I would not go into that area, because that's a very specialized area by these tools.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks.
MP4 videos, everybody wants to quickly create MP4 videos, upload it and start leveraging it, rather than those specific type of content. So that's where I can say that it can be quickly deployed in 3 to 4 weeks time frame and start gaining ROI on such tool.
Okay. Thank you, Satyajit.
Great.
This is Vikas here. Since you mentioned you can build internet sites on this platform, can it also be looked as an option for social collaboration within an organization?
Not the challenge is this is not really pitched as a social collaboration tool like OSN or Slack, but we can definitely leverage it. So I don't want to specifically make it as a social collaboration tool, because the good thing is currently it is not user-based licensing. So you can definitely pitch it softly as a collaboration tool within the organization, along with the content collaboration capabilities. Right.
Okay, because
there will be some limitations around that.
That is an open window. That is an open window because we don't have that solution.
Right. And that's the reason I said that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can definitely talk about it as one of the use cases in your conversation when you're pitching this solution, which could add a value.
So can something be showcased around that? Social collaboration is what, when we softly pitch it, we need to showcase use cases.
Yeah, so see, frankly, those capabilities are not as extensive as those pure play social collaboration tools. Right? But if the people want a very simple tool along with OCE capabilities for a social collaboration, then you can have it as an add-on feature as a part of the solution, but not to be pitched as a OSN kind of a tool or a Slack kind of a tool against that competition, because then they will have much more capabilities around that, which will lack.
Okay.
Any other question? Great. If you don't have any question, you can always reach out to me for any requirements you have in the customer base, install base, or net new customers, or you have any queries. And thank you very much. I think we finished almost exactly at 5:02. Quick on time, and wish you great Q4.
Thank you, Sudha.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care.
Thanks,
Bye.
Satya.
Thanks, Satyajit.
Thank you.